Hello everybody, John here, and today onto the garage. The XXX glass that is fitted in our XK8s, XKRs, X100s, has a little code within it that can tell you some information. Now, I can't claim to have known this all along. I picked this up because it was shown to me while we were at Gaydon in, I'm going to say September this year, but I can't remember which subscriber came over and shared this with me, so very, very sorry. But you know who you are, and tell me and I'll recredit you. But here we go. So if you look carefully at all the glass on your car, it should have XXX written on it. Certainly it'll have XXX written on it if it's original. It's not the easiest thing to see because typically dark interiors, if you get it against your interior, if it's pale, you can kind of see it. I put a piece of paper in the back quarter light here just to show you this. And what I want you to look at is all the little dots. What are them all about? Well, really interestingly, the glass either says toughened or laminated, depending where it is on the car. Both are 9-letter words. The dot below toughened indicates the year within the decade that the glass was made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1996. And as we all know, Purdy is a 1996 XK8. Go up here, we've got some strange Morse. This is going to give us the month that the glass was made. How does this work? Slightly more complicated, a little odd in my opinion. They only use the T and the R and the E and the X. The rest of the letters are irrelevant. If you had one dot above your T, that is January. One dot above the R, February. One above the E, March. One above the X, April. 2 dots above the T, May. 2 dots and 1 dot, June. Mine's a June 1996 piece of glass. 2 dots and 1 above the E, July, August, and then the 2 dots move to the R and continues the convention as the 2 dots creep along to each time. I'll put a little graphic up where I found online that shows that quite clearly. Our windscreens and rear screens have a black band around them. This is called the obscuration band. Other people have other names for it, but that's the technical term. And its main reason is your windows are held in using sealant, and a sealant touches the back of the glass. If that black painted or printed, more accurately, band was not there, you'd be able to see the sealant. Now, it could be controlled using things like this. The trims could cover over the bit where the sealant is, but this means we're far less likely to see it. It also stops the sealant seeing the full effects of sunlight, UV and heat coming through the screen. And when touched from the reverse, the obscuration band is quite matte, grainy in finish, and that means that the sealant gets a better grip, and the primer that's used on the sealant gets a better grip of the windscreen, as this is heavily etched into the glass and is not likely to fall off, slip off, scrape off. Almost all cars that have obscuration bands will also have a graduated dot matrix. Now my side windows don't, because it doesn't have the black obscuration band. Go around to the back and there's an obscuration band, and again you see the dot matrix. And what's that all about? Well, black things absorb heat better than white things. Black glass, limo glass, gets very, very hot. Clear glass allows heat to transmit through, gets hot, but doesn't heat up to the same extent. So if we had a black obscuration band and then clear glass, and then we park this in the Arizona sun, there'd be quite a temperature gradient between the clear section and the black section. Now, in some part to mitigate this, the dot matrix is effectively graduating the transition from clear or tinted to black, black, black and obscured. And so you don't get that very obvious defined line where the temperature is very, very different. Without it, you're very unlikely to have a windscreen explode or shatter because the glass carries the heat quite well. But what it does do is it causes the glass to move around and delaminate. And when you see a car that has this, I'm going to flip my camera, that is some delamination where the clear top piece of glass, and remember this is laminated glass, top layer of glass has moved slightly in relation to the polythene sheet between it and the second layer of glass, because laminated glass is just a sandwich of glass, polythene, glass, and has allowed air or moisture to enter the gap. It's a bit like a badly fitted sticker. You can see the air, and it appears like mine, sort of satiny coloured, where there's air in it. If water gets in, it starts to go white. Without this, we would get a lot more of this. This can also be caused by damage, if the window's been knocked, badly fitted, if there is rust in the channel below the window and it's pushing it up, distorting it, all this sort of thing starts to happen. Anyway, I know you enjoy little random facts, so that's the end of this one, and I hope I see you real soon on To The Garage. If you're enjoying our channel, then don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. And please give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, and you can share the videos. And below the video is always the area where you can comment and get involved with the chat.